Hi, I'm Aunt Kat, and welcome to a minute or three of Bible time. Next Sunday is Grandparents' Day, a time when grandparents are often celebrated for spoiling the grandchildren and stepping in as babysitters. But the Bible shows us that God expects much more than that of grandparents. There's often a unique bond between grandparent and grandchild, and a child will sometimes listen to a grandparent in ways they might not to a parent. That gives grandparents both a special opportunity and a serious responsibility in spiritual matters. In Psalm 78, Asaph reminds us to tell the next generation about God's mighty works so they will put their trust in Him and keep His commandments. Grandparents, that means sharing your walk of faith, the victories and the mistakes. When you say, "Let me tell you something I learned when I was your age," they will lean in. They remember. Paul points to Timothy's faith, shaped by his mother Eunice and his grandmother Lois. Without Grandma Lois, Timothy's spiritual foundation may have been much weaker. And in Genesis 48, we see Jacob on his deathbed, blessing his grandsons Ephraim and Manasseh, and passing on his testimony of faithfulness. God has always designed a multi-generational approach to teaching within the family. So grandparents, remember, pray for your grandchildren and their parents. Keep in touch as they grow so your influence stays strong. Don't stop when they become teenagers. Hang on. Support their parents in raising them in the Lord. Be an example of living faith. Use every opportunity to point them back to God's Word. You can point them to people in the Bible they can relate to when in need of courage or faith. Their worries or fears can give you a chance to teach them a verse to cling to. There's many ways that you can do those things. As Deuteronomy 4 verse 9 says, teach them to your children and your grandchildren. These children aren't just grandkids. They're precious souls. Let's be faithful in guiding them toward God. A special thanks to my nephew in love, Eddie Payton, whose sermon inspired this lesson. And don't forget to make your own Bible time every day.